I would be remiss if I did not open my remarks with a recognition of the countless hours that Senator Stein, Senator Hutchinson, and others have put into making this legislation better. And thank you for that. There are, however, as is said by both sides of the aisle, sometimes there's just gaps that can't be bridged. And in a time and in our society where we see things appear to be unwinding, and we see violence perpetrated more and more by people who are suffering from mental illness or doing things for reasons we can't explain, the question for us here and now is whether or not this is the thing that we should do here and now. I have been bothered not at all by the words of Senators Hutchinson or Steins, but others that have perpetuated what I would suggest are myths about cannabis and its use and legalization and what the effects of that may be. One of those myths is that legalization won't increase use. That's not true. And you don't have to believe me on that. You can simply go to the state of Colorado itself, where usage among college-age individuals and adult-age individuals has gone up since legalization. The simple fact is the statistics demonstrate that if we do this, more people will use cannabis. That's a fact. Second, the notion of public safety, that somehow this is going to make our society safer. Again, I'm going to turn to the experience in Colorado. Colorado legalized in 2014. In 2012, Colorado had 31 organized crime prosecutions relating to marijuana. In 2017, 119. In Colorado, fatalities with people who had cannabis in their system driving, in 2013, that number was 55. In 2017, that number was 139. More people are going to use, and that's going to create more hazards for the public, not less. The notion that cannabis is harmless or it's no more harmful than, let's say, alcohol. Look at the studies. The Lancet Psychiatry Journal, the British Journal of Psychiatry, the American Journal of Medicine, all of them have evaluated studies that demonstrate not that there's a casual link between mental illness and long-term cannabis use, because that would be coincidental, a causal link. In other words, that long-time cannabis use increases the risk of developing psychosis, and the primary psychosis is schizophrenia, one of the most dangerous. Now, we can disagree, Mr. President, on tax policy and environmental policy and what a balanced budget looks like, but we can all get on the same page, I hope, that what we don't want to do at this time and place is to do something that will make it more likely that more of our citizenry will at some point develop mental illness. Okay, we can all get on board with that. One of the previous speakers made the comment that the world is watching, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But I will refer to the testimony given in executive committee a couple weeks ago by a school counselor. And what she told us was, kids are watching, that even in this day and age, kids are influenced by what adults do and what they hear about that thing and whether things are safe or not, or they're harmless or not, and what's permissible and what's not. And if we have reason to question that, let's just go back to our experience with cigarettes. Because American citizens for years were exposed to the notion that, hey, you know what, cigarettes aren't harmless, tobacco is not harmless. And we have been fighting year after year after year after year, pushing back on that. We are at the precipice of making the same statement right now. Right now. And is that something that we really want to do? Our kids are watching this. Our kids are watching this. maybe this is okay for us now, in a couple of years we'll get tax revenue, but what's it mean 10 or 15 years down the road? And that's my concern, and that's why I oppose the bill, Mr. President. Thank you.